All right, it says that's Salaki too, man. We gotta get a new computer. This is Sirach 14:4. It said, "What he that gathereth like defrauding his own soul, gathereth for others that shall spend his goods riotously." It said, "What he that is evil," and you know what's gonna end up because we can see what's happening now, man. People are having notions. You know, you got people who are this close to retirement, and then maybe they had to stop working or something, but this close to retirement, and now the company they're working for has to go out of business. You know what I'm saying? What all of the little aspects and the little ins and outs of the business, Esau does, which at the end of the day, you're responsible, for your own self. That's why they say that you should try to have multiple streams of income, to try to offset, if you do lose your job or something, all right? And in the ancient world, our forefathers knew that, that's why they had, they owned different stuff. They had land, and then they had, cattle on that land. And on the land, they might have, you might have whatever kind of fruit, pomegranate or lavender, whatever you grow, and then you take that and you could take that to the market. Then you got oils, you know what I'm saying? Jake knew how to go to the tree, tap the tree for oil. You had that kind of stuff. You can go there, you can get frankincense, all of that stuff, multiple sources, multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? And in this kingdom, you kind of do whatever you can. All right. And this is Sirach 10:8. And all these things were given to our forefathers, hundreds of years ago, for us to use today, because they knew the situations that we were going to have to go through. It was prophesied that we were going to have to go into Egypt again in ships. All right, and our forefathers reading the books of Moses, they knew that. It says what? Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And this is, this is big right here, man. This is big. Right? Unrighteous dealings. Look at the dealings. Look at the way that they took the land from us. Look at the way that they removed us from our land. All right, and then moved into what was our land, took it over. You know what I'm saying? That's why you look at the best parts of the land here in America, for example, they make them into these little national parks. These were the better parts of the land, which they kicked us out, and they send us to places like Oklahoma, where it's pretty flat. They sent you over to the Oregon Trail, sent us all over the place, man. Sent us over to Europe, sent us, all to the worst parts, and they took the best parts for themselves. And it's so much more to that they did, and the Lord saw all of that. He saw it because ultimately, Yahweh Shai, He sees the intentions of your heart. He sees the workings of your mind. He sees how you're adding and doing things, and that's why, it's all at the end of the day, man. That's what we trust. We trust the Heavenly Father. We believe He exists, and we follow what He tells us to do. All right, and everything, all the small details, He sees all of that, and He'll take care of all of that. All right. Now we have certain things that we're required to do, and then we do those things. All right, but we're not. Ultimately, that's why He's known as the Most High, because He handles all of the the big stuff. All right, we just do what we can. This is what I say. What injuries? Yeah, the injuries, man. The millions of us that were killed, the millions of us that were thrown off, or whatever the number is, that were thrown off the ships, thrown into the ocean. That had to build stuff, that work from sun up to sundown, fucking sometimes 7 days a week, 6 and 7 days a week and shit. And riches got by deceit. Exactly. Riches got by deceit. All of the fraud. You go on Netflix and look at these different docu series. Is American Greed. The American Dream, the American story. It's always the same. It's a scam. Somebody, they're a scam artist, they're a get rich quick guy, drug dealer, something. And then they do that long enough, what I'm saying? They learn the rules of the game, and then they flip, legit. And then now there's some, wealthy family with, well respected. But, all these riches were gotten by deceit and by lying and fraud. and steal it. Except for all of these things, all of this shit that people protest over, you know what I'm saying? Because that's ultimately what people are protesting, man. They're going against so-called Edomite supremacy. All right, this was just another, straw on the back of that camel, and we're waiting on that, in this particular time, man, that camel stumbling, you know what I'm saying? We don't know if his back is broken yet, but shit, it's damn near there. All right, all of this protest, which these Edomites, they come out too, but they're coming out. Really, they're coming out for a photo op. They're coming out for social media. They're not coming out in a legit manner. All right, all of these things, which we talk about, we mention every other week, which brothers bring out different stories we've never heard of. All these stories, because it's probably millions of stories, with Jake getting fucked over, Jake getting shorted. You know what I'm saying? You get a check from Esau every week. Shit, he'll pay you, but sometimes they don't even show you. They don't show you the gross. They don't show you the net. Some of these checks, you basically, man, you just kind of taking whatever Esau gives and hoping that he gives you the right number. And sometimes that number might be wrong. All right, you call the number, payroll. Try to figure it out. Well, look, I'm trying to, how many hours did you pay me for, and this and that, and all that, because what? That they're being deceitful. All of those things, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So who is the next people up for the kingdom to be translated to? All right. And you have to ask yourself, does that apply to now? Is that something that's outdated? No. The kingdoms are always translated. Okay. Shit. America was translated. America, which it was different. With us, we had to go into captivity because of the curses and all that stuff. That was prophecy, but even before that, amongst the empires of Esau, they fought each other, they clawed with each other to be on top. Okay, now his age is ending and the age of Jacob is beginning. All right, I'm gonna finish off with this. Let me see, where's that at? It's a specific part I want. Okay, here it is, Job 10:1. It said, "My soul is weary of my life. I will leave my complaint upon myself. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul." What does it say? "Set a mark upon those that sigh and that cry. I will say unto the Most High, do not condemn me. Show me wherefore thou contendest with me. Is it good unto thee that thou shouldest oppress, that thou shouldest despise the work of thine hands, and shine upon the counsel of the wicked? Yep. Hast thou eyes of flesh, or seest thou as man seeth? Are thy days as the days of man, or thy years as man's days? That thou inquirest after mine iniquity, and searchest after my sin? Thou knowest that I am not wicked, and there is none that can deliver out of thine hand. Thine hands have made me and fashioned me together round about, yet thou dost destroy me. Remember, I beseech you, that thou hast made me as the clay, and wilt thou bring me into dust again? Exactly. And this is, basically Job pleading with the Heavenly Father, which, he was going through tribulation. All right. And we believe through the Spirit, he will be reincarnated as an Israelite because he was a righteous man. And these are all things, spiritual aspects of the situation, man. Because at the end of the day, it's based upon faith. It's based upon, what you believe. But if your spirit is reflective of, the words of the scriptures and the words that these different men have spoken, then this is going to be for you ultimately at the end of the day. Hey, so Lord willing, this is edifying, man. Just going through the scriptures, because you gotta always review, always review, man. Always review everything. You should always be reviewing the scriptures, especially in the days and times where we're at, man. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times. Hey, shalom to all you Akim out there. Hey, Lord willing, we be out of here soon. Hey, keep strong, keep the faith. Shalom.